Alright, I thought I would just give an opening as to what I'm doing. This is just trying something new. This is just like a vlog, like come read with me, just different updates within the month, and I'm going to see if you like it. I'm going to read as many books as I can. That I think realistically for me, I can read 1 to 2 books a month, and yeah, I'm going to my goal is to maybe get up to reading, like, well, 4 books a month realistically, but we're just going to try to confirm and get 2 books a month while giving you some updates, and I'm trying to get into some audiobooks, so yeah, I'm just, going to be spending my month reading as much as I can, popular books, and just come along for the ride and see what happens. It's sure going to be a fun time. Alright, till next time. So here's what I'm reading now. I was going to DNF this book because it is book 5 in a 6-series book, but I couldn't get it in my head, so I ended up taking to the internet, and that for the most part it's a good book, and that it can be read as a standalone. You are missing a bit of some character arc, and I might be lost in some spaces or plots, but like overall it should be good. So I decided to get back to it and start reading it, which is great. But because I am in the mood as well as for a World War II book, which is why I'm going to read Riviera House together. And I watched like this one video today, and it said that it suggested to never or just start reading more than one book at a time, because sometimes when you feel in a rut or you just can't start reading, that maybe it's just because you just don't currently want to read that book, right? But if you read more than one book at a time, you could want to read that specific story. So I figured I'm going to do this, see how reading 2 books at one time works. If it's okay, I may then add in the 5th Wheel of Time book as well, but I also have that in audiobook, so I may start listening to that in audiobook. But for right now, this is what I'm currently reading. I read the first chapter of this, went well, haven't started reading this, but yeah, we'll check it back in with you tomorrow and see what's happening. Alright, bye! Alright, so I have decided to concurrently read the next Wheel of Time book, and the great thing about all 3 books is, I'm going to show you, look, Star Wars, and another Star Wars, and another Star Wars bookmark. Yes, that's right, I have 3 great Star Wars bookmarks that I picked up years ago, so I figured that's a great number to kind of start off with, that each book that I have, each has a Star Wars kind of the same kind of bookmark, and so I'm just going to go with that, because Star Wars is life in a lot of ways. So yeah, my current TBR and what I'm going to go with, even though right now this is the only book that I have. I also have this one on audiobook, and I have this on Kobo on the phone app. I don't actually have a physical one, but yeah, so this one's more kind of on the go, but for these 2, I know that once I'm done reading them, I am going to unhaul them into a mini library. But yeah, so I thought I'd give you guys an update. Yeah, alright, next time. Alright, just a reading update. It is Wednesday. I have tried to attempt to read The Doll and even speed read it and flip through pages, but I honestly can't. I really can't get into it. It is very descriptive, and it's really nice that way. But, it's just, could not get into it. It started off really good, really fast-paced with some short stories, but then, nothing really became of it, right? And it was just so slow paced, I found, right? And maybe it's because I'm just came off a book about a doll possession. I'm not sure. I guess I did part of my research with this book was that this is originally written in Icelandic, I believe, and translated into English. Maybe there was something about that. I don't know, but I have DNF'd it. like, the doll wasn't even part of this story really, and there was just so much more to it that, yeah, just not for me. Maybe I'll come back to it later, but for right now, I am going to add it to my unhaul pile to donate to a mini library the next time I go. Yeah, I tried. I really did. But no thanks to the doll. I'm not sure if anybody's interested, but this is the state of my bookshelves right now. I haven't bought any new ones, but, you know, life goals. I've added a few more books and subtracted a few more, but that is basically, yeah, what I have. And I've now, because, well, part of it is I borrowed some books, and there was like a book sale, and, you know, you have to get some, and there was also, you know, I got some books to take to mini libraries. I bought these in late August at Comic-Con, Fan Expo, I mean, I still haven't read any of them. I want to, and I promise I'll read them. Well, my plan is to finish reading them by the next Fan Expo, so that way I can get more by these authors. Because I know this Q16, there's like a 5-book series, I believe, and I only have the first 3, so I definitely want to get more of that, right? But this Reliance, The Dark Side of the Moon, I'm really excited for, mainly because when I was there, I could have bought a audio experience, audiobook of it, and I decided not to. Somewhat regret it, but you know what? Just from what I've heard, I think it's going to be great, and I think this author has a lot to offer, and his name is, right, Christopher J. Abo, right? So if anybody's interested and you're into sci-fi, definitely look up this book. Yeah. Alright, that's it for now. Alright, so currently this is my TBR. I hopefully will finish most by the end of the year, mainly because these, like the selection series plus American Gods, I've borrowed from a friend of mine, so I want to make sure I get those back to her as much as I can. And she also found me another Colleen Hoover book, so All Your Perfects, and because she knows that I've been looking to try out more Colleen Hoover books ever since I've read Verity, which was a A+ book. I would definitely recommend that to others, and according to some booktubers, it's a pretty good one. And yeah, you can't complain when the first book you read by an author, it's fantastic. But I've heard a lot of things about the selection series, and I think I'll like it. So yeah, alright. Let's see how much I can tackle by the end of the year. Alright, so here I have 3 new books I haven't gotten the last like couple days. The Tower Offensive by Alison Cochrane, All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover. I'm super excited to read another Colleen Hoover book. I hope it does not let me down after reading Verity, which was like really awesome, and Big Summer by Jennifer Weiner. I can't believe how big Summer actually is, even though we are in November. I mean, I'm just noticing this now. Maybe it all has to do with the same publication company I'm really liking. Not too sure. But I have started to read the first book in the selection series, which like I am enjoying and I am liking, but you know, this weekend I did not get as much reading as I would have liked to have gotten done, but I mean, I just have to do better. I can't rewind time and read more, but plan was to read 500 pages this weekend, but I think I've read a total of maybe 100, but tonight's not over, so might as well just get going on the selection. Alright, that's my weekend update for you. Take care. Alright, so I just finished the selection by Kira Kaus, and I'm about to start the next book, The Elite. And basically that, you know, the selection is 35 girls, and then with The Elite, it's the last 6 girls. And our main girl, America, is still in it. She's part of the top 6. And the prince has, like, confess that she is the one. I'm super excited to read this. It's a very cute series and it reminds me a lot of the Hunger Games, especially with the love triangle, right? But because I've seen a lot of people in booktube talk about this, I know what happens in the book, but I still want to read it anyways. I think it would be a great read. So yeah, I think I'm going to spend the rest of my evening starting to read The Elite, or starting to read it, and yeah, we'll go from there. Alright. So here we are, it's Saturday, and which means that I'm going to try to read 500 pages, which means I have to finish The Elite and get to page 219 in the one. Yes, I haven't read in like a week, which is really bad because I know that I should be reading about 75 pages, or trying to read 75 pages a day, and I haven't. And I honestly haven't been listening to anything of the Fires of Heaven, the book 5 in the Wheel of Time series, which I know it's sad. I just have been really tardy, and I do like listening to audiobooks, but yeah, and I have really no excuse for not reading other just avoiding. Maybe I'm in a reading slump and I'm just trying to do everything else but read. But, you know, well, here I am. Hopefully by tomorrow night I will have something to say, or, well, first thing Monday morning, you know. Gotta have goals, you gotta have rules. Maybe, you know what, I think I should start off with a good cup of tea, because, you know, maybe get some caffeine, start off right, being tea's nice and cozy, sit in my chair, I'm gonna make a very cozy environment, and then I'm gonna start reading, because the more I put it off, the more daunting 500 pages is gonna feel like. But it's really not that bad, and really easy, because these books are very YA, and very easy to get through, and the story's really good, so, yeah. Alright, let's get going at it. Alright, so today, while I was volunteering, I found these two books. Yes! Almost Midnight by Rainbow Wawell. I am going to read this tonight because it is quite short, and I'm going to give it to my friend for Christmas, which I'm seeing next week, which is great. And then this is really popular right now, and I almost borrowed it from the library on Thursday, but I decided against it and figured leave it a chance. If it was still there next Thursday, then I would grab it, but don't have to anymore. But it's the same thing that the library did end up pulling this copy out of circulation, which is how I was able to get it, because, well, you know, like I volunteer at the library bookstore, but because one of the benefits of working at the bookstore is that I can get first pick of books, but we do need to sell it in the store, so I have 1 week regardless to finish this book, so that way the store can sell it. And yeah, so like I think like that's like the great thing, that I mean, if I end up really liking this book, I can always buy it, and I know I'm going to be getting a gift card to Indigo for Christmas, because, you know, holiday season, so if I really like it, I can just pick it up then. No big deal. But yeah, I'm just so happy I get to read Lessons in Chemistry, and I'll be able to bring you along for the ride. Yeah, just like an update, just wanted to let you guys know. Awesome sauce. Alright, just a quick update. I have finished this. It took me like less than 2 hours to read. Yet again, it's super short. It does have like all these like graphics or illustrations throughout it, and some of them are like the entire page, so it wasn't really that difficult, right? And so there's 2 short stories in here, Almost Midnight and Kindred Spirits. I preferred Kindred Spirits mainly because it was about Star Wars and these people waiting in line to see The Force Awakens. And I think I've always kind of wanted to be one of those people that would like stand out or camp out in a line for a couple of days just to go see like a movie or for a book release or whatever, but I've never done that. And the older I get, the more adult practical side of me is like, no, like, don't do that, like, you're gonna be too cold, and it's not gonna be worth it. But yeah, like, you do end up meeting some strangers and other people, so it may end up be worth it in the end. But I'm happy I finished it. I'm now gonna put it in the bag for my friend for Christmas, and I'm just really happy I took the time out to do it. And now it is time for Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmas. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited I was able to pick this up and finish it in enough time that I can start reading it right now. So, yes. All right. Till next time. Bye. Alright, hello there. It is the end of November. This is all that I have left. I've only read a couple books this month. I'm almost finished Lessons in Chemistry. I'm hopefully going to finish that the end of day tomorrow at the latest. But I'm happy with the books that I have read. I mean, I'm just going to double check it. But I know that I ended up reading The Selection. And I have started The Elite, and they're quick, easy books. I'm hopefully going to get those done by the end of the year, actually. But I've also actually read a lot this month. I've also read Almost Midnight, Bad Girls Don't Lie, and One Last Stop. But I believe I read Verity in October. But, oh my gosh, I was like so into... Well, 4.5 books, that's pretty good, right? So maybe if that is goals, maybe I'm trying to sell myself short by, like saying, oh, you know, make sure you can only read 2 books a month or guarantee lock 2 books a month down, but maybe I can read up to 4 books a month. I don't know. You know what, theories? I just need to make sure 2 things. That 1, I'm reading 75 pages a day, or I'm trying to, and that 2, I can lock down and guarantee that I can always read 2 books a month. That's it. Right? 2 goals. Anyways, that's it for this month. Yeah, we'll see you next month. Bye.